Why do you think Donald Trump was fighting the release of the Epstein files?
Why do I think?
Yeah.
I don't think it needed to be released. None of us needed to see that stuff. There's worse things that John F. Kennedy did.
Then with children? He was doing stuff with children?
No,
Okay.
I don't think any of them did that.
You don't think
I
that?
think Jeffrey Epstein did. I don't think Trump did.
Okay. But Epstein, like, there were victims who said there were high profile
Right.
people, billionaires, class who were, they were being trafficked to.
Right. I don't know. I've watched enough of it. I just don't think I don't think it's our business what happened with all those people. I don't.
But like, should the people who committed the crime, should they face
Yes.
judgment?
Yes, they should face criminal charges. Yes.
And so, I guess, why do you think Trump was fighting the release of them?
I think the whole cabinet was fighting the release. It wasn't just him. I think his whole cabinet was fighting the release.
But why? I guess why?
The same reason why we didn't know everything about World War II. I mean, we didn't. I mean, this is newsworthy, but I just don't think it's that newsworthy. I don't think we need to have it shoved in our face every day.
Right. But him tweeting out, "Stop talking about Epstein,"
Yep.
that didn't seem odd to you?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Epstein's dead. Let it go. You know what I mean?
Are you worried about Donald Trump's age? He's going to be 80 this year.
He's the same age as I am. No, he's sharper than anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You aren't concerned that he's fallen asleep in some cabinet meetings?
No.
Oh, Trump is amazing. He's like so brilliant. He just.
She interrupted you, so
I'm
I'm
sorry. He just passed a very difficult test.
I know. I was just talking to her. I don't want to be rude,
no
but
Biden could do what Trump's.
Yeah,
doing
but we were just having a
ever.
conversation.
I know, but
so.
you're on the wrong side.
Okay. Well, that was very rude. So finish your thought, please.
No, Donald Trump is as sharp as a tack. I mean, the man works 24/7. How can you ask for more than that? No, I'm not worried at all. I'd be worried if it wasn't him in office.
And would you vote for him in 2028?
You bet I would.
He said it looked like he thought he was a doctor.
Well,
Do you see that?
He posted the meme?
He posted it, yeah.
Okay, well, if Donald Trump is calling himself a doctor, then I guess he's a doctor.
Usually when somebody accomplishes something great after they're out of office, people are like, we're going to build you a statue. We're going to name something after you. We're going to put your face on a coin, on the money, on some government document or government issued thing. But with Donald Trump, he's doing it himself. Is that not a little backwards?
I think in this climate of the fake news and the mainstream media that has been pushing lies and propaganda about him for over a decade now, I understand why he is trying to secure his footprint in history. So I don't have a problem with it.
But it's usually people do it for the person. He's doing it for himself.
I understand.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump putting his face on federal buildings and on currency and coins? And
Well, that's a bit narcissistic, I think. I'm not sure I like that.
do you think Donald Trump's a bit of a narcissist?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But I think you got to be in that job. I don't know of any politician that isn't a little bit narcissist.
But putting your face on a federal building, that maybe goes past a little bit.
That goes past it. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump changing the name of ICE to NICE? So he's changing it to NICE, so people think ICE is nice. They don't shoot people in the head.
Right. Absolutely.
What specifically have Democrats done that you disagree with?
The corruption of this country.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That means that we are losing billions of our taxpayer dollars to them. They're pocketing from our money, as well as...
Which like the Democrats elected, or...
Yeah, a lot of the elected Democrats, yes, of course.
Donald Trump has literally profited $4 billion since he became president, his companies.
He was a billionaire before he got into office, and of course he's going to continue to make money.
But that is a huge jump in his personal wealth. $4 billion. That doesn't seem like that's corrupt to you, Donald Trump profiting $4 billion?
Absolutely not. He's well invested. I mean, be for real.
His company's doing business with foreign nations. You don't think that's a little corrupt?
Separated himself. Anything going on with the Trump organization is taken care of by other people right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still Donald Trump's companies that are making the money. Like, he is personally going to make a lot of money because of those deals with foreign
countries.
companies.
God, he deserves every dime he gets. The sacrifices he is making for this country are priceless.
If you could give a message to Donald Trump, what would it be?
I love you, Donald Trump, and God bless you.
Trying to find out if people are older or younger than Trump. How old are you?
I'm 77.
So you're younger than the President of the United States?
Yes, I am.
What's his greatest accomplishment thus far?
Oh, I don't know, being a Christian and taking care of everybody, and even if they don't like him, he's good.
Do you think Donald Trump is a Christian?
Absolutely.
He says he doesn't go to church.
He's a busy man. He's doing a lot of stuff, so.
Do you think Donald Trump prays?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Every day.
You think he really think he prays?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
No, just because he said in the Oval Office a few months ago, he's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to heaven or hell. He said that. I might be going to a bad place.
Well, you know, he makes a lot of tough decisions.
Yeah.
So.
What evidence have you seen that he is a Christian?
You just follow him. I mean,
Yeah.
the things he does, and, you know, I think he's awesome. He's making the world, you know, a better place for everybody, and, you know, takes care of everybody.
Did you see the meme that he posted of himself where he kind of looked like Jesus Christ healing someone?
I've seen so many pictures out there that they do that you don't know if they're, you know.
He posted it, and it was him, you know, in a robe with light coming out of his hands.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah.
You don't find that blasphemous that he's like saying that he's Jesus Christ?
He's a great man, and he takes care of all of us. So.
What are your thoughts on Trump wanting to rename ICE NICE?
Fantastic. Make sure all those liberals make sure they say, when they say about ICE agents, well, they say nice agents now.
And what would that accomplish?
That would accomplish them saying nice agents.
Okay. There was a news report that said, nice agent shoots protester in face. Is that better than ICE agent shoots protester in face?
Well, if the protester is violating the law, it's reasonable.
I'm just saying the headline. Is that headline better? Well, nice agent shoots protester in face. Is that better than ICE agent shoots
no violence is good.
What are your thoughts on the Epstein files?
Release him. He's not in them. It's all good.
I think all those guys that were part of that are jerks.
Yeah.
And there should be more prosecutions?
They all should be prosecuted.
Why do you think Donald Trump was fighting the release of the Epstein files?
There's a bigger reason.
Yeah, we don't know everything, but he does.
He knows it. Donald Trump knows everything?
He knows more than me.
How old are you?
78.
78. Oh, so you're younger than Trump?
Yeah.
Would you support Donald Trump running for a third term?
No.
No. And why is that?
Because that's not the law. And Donald Trump is, if anything, he's a man of the law. So in order for that to happen, you have to change the Constitution. So.
Did somebody just yell absolutely 2024, 2028? You wanted it? So you would vote for Donald Trump in 2028?
I voted for him 3 times already, and he already won the second one, but he was cheated out of it. So I understand the Constitution, but the Constitution also has an area in which they're looking at that he could go ahead and possibly run a third term. Would I vote for him again? Absolutely, 100%.
If it was against the Constitution, which it is, would you still vote for him?
I don't think it is, sir. They've been able.
Even if it was against the Constitution, you'd vote for him?
I would.
He's the best president.
He's the best that we ever had.
Best one we've had in all of my years of voting Republican.
That's not being like a Democrat or.
Exactly.
He is the best we ever had.
Let me ask it. So I have a question for you. So he's saying, if we could come back here. So they're saying they would vote for him again in 2020, 28. Can you explain to them why that is against the law?
We are a republic. Yeah. We're based not on the people, we're based on the law. Yeah. And he's a man of the law. He adheres to the law, so it's just against the law. It's that simple. Plus, he's almost 80 years old. He's getting up there.
I know.
And I think he's gone through enough.
I know.
because I'm convinced that the Lord is with him, because all he's been through, I believe the Lord is on his side, and if the Lord's for him, who can be against him?
And that's exactly right. The Lord is with him.
So what's your response to that? It is against the Constitution.
He probably will not go for, because he realized his age and everything else. Somebody else.
I understand the emotion.
You know what
But we have to go with what is.
I know.
So does that change your answer?
No, I mean, I know he's not going to go for.
But if he did?
If he did, no, I'm not going to change for it. So, no, I'm going to still vote for him.
You'd still vote for him, even though he'd explained that it's against the Constitution.
Yes, I'd still vote for him.
He's going to be 80 this year. Do you have any concerns about Donald Trump's age?
No, I mean, you can have dementia at 70 and you can be sharp as a tack at 90. So everyone's different.
And you think he's sharp as a tack?
Well, he's got a lot of energy. I mean, he works like 18-hour days, so it looks like he's okay to me.
And there's been the videos of him kind of nodding off in cabinet meetings.
Well, I take a nap every afternoon, so he's 20 years older than me, so.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, what does that say?
He's refreshing.
It's okay to fall asleep in cabinet meetings.
Yeah.
Stays awake all night texting, that's the reason he's nodding off all the time.
Is that a good thing for the president to be doing?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
You tell me you can be that sharp if you're up all night texting? I don't think so.
Are you a supporter of Donald Trump?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I was going to say, didn't sound like a Trump supporter.
I'm here out of curiosity. He's the President of the United States, and I'm here because he's the President of the United States for no other reason.
And so what are the issues you have with Donald Trump?
Where do you start? I mean, I don't think I know he doesn't believe in global warming. I know he doesn't believe in a lot of things that I believe in, and I don't agree with anything. So,
what do you all think about climate change?
I don't think about it much, but when you look at the lakes over there, it's awful.
Yeah?
If we're down how many feet?
It's real? It's real?
It's very real.
I have to ask, Donald Trump has gutted the EPA, and they've kind of stopped enforcing a lot of climate laws and going to green energy. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that a lot of it has to be done to save the planet. If we don't do something, and it's not for me, and it's not for my children or grandchildren, but it's for the future generation.
Do you want to give a message to Donald Trump about, being more climate forward?
Oh, yeah, and because I am a supporter of him.
Yeah.
Yes. President Trump, please remember environmental and do your best to save our planet.
All right. So you're here just because he's president, you want to see him in person?
Yes, yeah. I respect the fact that he's the President of the United States. And I still love this country, and I would like to see him in person. But
and if you could give a message to Donald Trump, what would it be?
Please stop the damn war as fast as you can. We're looking at $5 a gallon gasoline this summer. That'd be my message.
Would you want Donald Trump to win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he deserves it?
Yes, I do.
Even after going to war with Iran?
Yes, even after with war, because they've been saying that they want terrorists, death to America, and many other presidents have always said Iran has been our greatest enemy, and he's doing something about that. So
you think Donald Trump should win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yes.
So what is the opposite of peace?
Of course, war. Of course, yeah. Oh, I understand. I understand what you're saying. But how many other wars has he stopped that a lot of people from around the world have praised his efforts to bring peace to the world? So
he stopped some wars. He started some wars. It's a wash.
Well, not some wars.
Who do you think's funnier, Jimmy Kimmel or J.D. Vance?
Oh gosh, that's a question. JD.
JD's funnier than Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy Kimmel was a fool.
He's a fool?
Yeah.
What's your favorite JD Vance joke?
I don't have one.
Okay. All right, what's your first name?
Paula.
He told a joke about Diet Mountain Dew one time, I remember. Got a couple chuckles.
And what was it?
I can't remember it. It was kind of long. We'll play it right now.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good. I love you guys.
We will make more liberals cry.
Is that a goal, to make liberals cry?
Yes, we're going to make liberals cry all night long. We're going to do, as a matter of fact, I think the Democratic Party as a party will disappear by 2028.
And then why is that a goal of one political party to make the other ones cry? Is it just because you're winning elections, or you actually want to hurt their feelings and make them cry?
No, we just want to make sure that we win elections and, yes, hurt their feelings.
It says Trump 2028. If Donald Trump runs in 2028, would that be against the Constitution?
I'm not sure, but I think
it would. It would. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Shirt says, Jesus is my savior. Trump is my president. I have to ask you, Trump posted a meme where he depicted himself as Jesus Christ healing someone. What were your thoughts on that?
You know, I haven't seen that meme, to be honest with you.
Okay. So this is the meme here. There's Trump. What do you think Donald Trump looks like in this picture?
He looks like Donald Trump with a robe on to me.
And then his hands are glowing there. It looks like he's healing that person with some powers. What's the shirt mean?
Just what it says. It's a joke. Greetings from Alligator Alcatraz.
All right, explain to me your shirt.
My shirt represents the best president of the United States. He has put his life in danger to save ours. And that's why he's had 3 attempts. They've tried to kill him 3 times. So to me, this is the least thing I can do is support him.
And how has he saved your life?
How has he saved my life?
Yeah,
because
I'll hop in with you. So what is Donald Trump's greatest accomplishment thus far?
So far,
Yeah.
trying to keep our country safe.
Right. Donald Trump, he's putting his face on the U.S. passports. What are your thoughts on that?
The more I see Trump, the happier I am.
So you're okay with him putting his face on government buildings, the Department of Justice?
I don't care what he does as long as he continues to protect us and act in the goodwill of the American people.
Some people see that and they say, oh, this is stuff that happens in authoritarian countries. This is stuff that happens in North Korea. There's a cult of personality with a leader putting their face all over everything, putting it on the currency, putting it on park passes. This is not a normal thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Donald Trump is not normal, and thank God.
I agree with that.
The election was stolen from him in 2020,
Okay.
so they should give him an extra term.
Explain that to me. Why he just got a second term here.
Right.
Right.
But I'd like to have him get the 3rd term.
Right. But he already has another term right now. He won the election this time. Nobody's debating that.
yeah.
So why would he get an extra one just because, even if it was stolen, which it wasn't?
Yeah, he feels that 2 consecutive years for the terms.
Yeah.
It's like when he had 1 term, then they kind of took it away from him, the second one.
Yeah.
So they should give him the 3rd one.
No, but that doesn't really make sense then, because he would have had that term, and then he wouldn't have been able to run again because of the Constitution. And now he's just getting an extra one, even though he won, and he's currently president for the 2nd term, and you're not allowed to run for a 3rd term because of the Constitution.
Okay, I believe in Trump.
Okay.
I say, Trump.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Okay. So what is Donald Trump's greatest accomplishment?
Defeating the Democrats. Yeah.
Twice.
3 times, actually. 3 times.
3 times? You talking about 2020?
Yeah. That election was stolen.
You think the 2020 election was stolen?
Absolutely.
So Donald Trump's been in office for a year and a half. There hasn't been any evidence that's been released by his Justice Department about the 2020 election. Do you think that's going to come out?
I do. Yeah.
Why do you think his own Attorney General, Bill Barr, didn't find any evidence of voter fraud?
I question Bill Barr's integrity.
His loyalty, for sure, probably.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to look back in history and this is going to look like a good thing that the United States did, building a...
Depends on the perspective that it's looked at.
Okay.
I mean...
Could you see the bad perspective, that it looks like a concentration camp?
Yeah, I can totally see that.
And did that give you pause?
No.
No?
No.
Did y'all clock that at the end where Bro said the alligator Alcatraz reminds him of a concentration camp and that does not give him pause? Sounds about right. I'm not surprised by that. Imagine how many other people wouldn't mind seeing a concentration camp in these times. Not surprising at all, but other than that, hopefully this video kind of gave you a little a little LOL, a little chuckle. I mean, when I came across this a couple days ago, it was so late. It was like, what, 4 a.m, and I was hollering. I was laughing so loud, and this isn't surprising. This is why we are in the situation that we are in now. These are the people that went into the voting booth in November of 24 and chose this man to become a president again. None of this is surprising to me, just sounding so incredibly stupid. And it really just goes to show you how all of this came to be. The host is pointing out the hypocrisy, but they're still not catching on to it. They're just, they're okay with everything that he's doing. Nothing is wrong. They try to find little excuses for everything, even though most of it does not make sense. I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, the fact that everybody else has to be held to laws and the Constitution, but plenty of them, except the one guy, except he did try to tell the other couple that, hey, it's the Constitution says that it's only a 2-term limit for president. But if that was any other president trying to run for a 3rd term, they would go up in arms about that. You would never hear them shut up. And some of these people, I mean, it's really scary when you think about it, just the way and in the manner that they speak when they're being asked questions of him. It's kind of like they go into I don't know, a zombie isn't the right thing, but it's like they go in a trance when they speak about this man. Now, the man that has the Jesus shirt on, the host asks about Trump depicting himself looking like God. What is he gonna say? It shows him the picture of it. What does that look like to you? Oh, it looks like Trump with a robe on. That shit threw me for a loop, y'all. When I say I was cackling. I don't know. In a way, parts of me are almost just I feel like some of these people are trolling. I really, really do. I feel like they know at these rallies it's going to be leftists, creators trying to get videos, and they try to just say the dumbest things. That's what I would like to think in my mind. But unfortunately, I think the actual reality is that this is how these people think. And that blonde lady in that golf cart, girl. I mean, I think she's an example of probably the Trump supporter who will never break out of the cult, will never break out of the spell, the trance, anything. It's real out here. And just imagine, this is the average American Trump supporter. A lot of them think about this. Asked about how are Democrats corrupt, and the fact that Trump is making $4 billion in a presidency, not him as a private citizen, in the Oval Office, in the White House, making $4 billion. That's not corrupt. But Democrats with no proof they're all corrupt. I'm not going to say there's absolutely been no corruption on both sides. Of course there has. I will always say that, in history, there has been lots of it going on both sides. And always just with Democrats, we are always the ones that are doing wrong in their eyes. Never want to see what the actual facts are. And that's why I think, I don't even know if I'm responding to Trump supporters like that in my comments anymore. Maybe sometimes when I'm feeling a little jiggy, I might respond to him, but I have to keep in mind that this is how they think. It's no getting through to them. It's no trying to reason with them. They are always going to have this stupid mindset that's not based in reality. They're going to give him all kinds of excuses. They're going to be like anything that he does is okay. And it's no talking to them. Even when you obviously point out the hypocrisy right in front of their face, they get that deer in headlights look, and they try to just be like, oh, it's okay, it's just him, I don't think that's a big deal. The Epstein files, they always want to claim like, oh, we got to protect the children, that's why they're against abortion, they're wanting all of the immigrants out because we have to protect our children and our families. But yet your whole president that you believe with all of your heart and soul is all about God and being a Christian, and he follows the law and he wants everybody to be safe, is in that Epstein files. Thousands, at some reports I've heard millions of times, but oh, it's okay, that's not our business, we shouldn't need to know that. You're okay with letting that go. It's really funny when you put different little clips of them side by side like that. Now, of course, we know when the content creators do this, when they do the rally interviews, they pick like the really funny ones and just upload it. He did multiple videos of this. I'm not sure if this is the host page or if this is just like a secondary page that got the clips from the host. I wish I knew the host name. Drop his name down below so I could credit him. But yeah, it's... what do you say after that? Like, think about actually trying to have a conversation with someone who will just be like, yep, I'm okay with everything he does. Oh no, I think they're lying because they just don't want to see him win. Just stupid stuff that they're making up at the top of their mind. A 34-time felon, but you think he prays every day? Just when you think about this stuff, I hope you guys got a laugh out of this. I put guaranteed laughs in the title. I hope you at least chuckled to this, or else I'm going to feel bad. But let me know down below what you think about this, because y'all know that I'm always in the comments, and you know, we could always have a funny conversation about this. It's something a little lighthearted for once. Look at some stupidity. It's sad a little bit, but we could rejoice in the fact that we're not this stupid. And me, just to put my own tea out there, I am not claiming I am a genius. I have my moments where you have to explain things to me like I'm 5. There's no shame in me admitting that. It takes me a minute sometimes for things to click, but at least I could say I am not this stupid. I think I am safe to say that, and I'm sure you guys are too. So let's at least be happy in the fact that we are not the dumbest people in the world after seeing this video, even though we already knew that. But anyway, you guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much. You know, I appreciate you as always. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, because that would really help the channel out. And of course, I would appreciate that as well. And that's all I have for you guys. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Bye. See you later.